post down the field and start up, but he's going to come back on a curl, hoping to drive the defensive back towards the goal line, and he's going to come back for the ball.
And this one's a souvenir for the Iowa crowd. Prevail.
Mike, they're getting the receivers open every play, but when Clint Dozell is getting hit like that, he can't get it to him.
I was just going to say, Vavao really introduced himself to Dozell back in the
see his screen out of
backfield, dropped him on his back again.
You see, they're putting too much pressure on Clint. Wow, that one kind of scares you when it sees you. It kind of takes a breath at it, because I hate when quarterbacks get hit in the legs. I know what that feels like.
He was kind of pushed into him, actually. Look at the numbers, 10 of 12, 95 yards already, and a couple of scoring strikes. Second down. And long. Ball at the 23. Quick hitter. Blackshear, whistle's blowing before he's even tackled, and this one's going to come back because the officials wanted to call this one dead before it got going. There's the call. It goes against the Thunder Bears and Steve Tunn.
Number 13 offense, 3-yard penalty. Repeat the down. First down.
How much leeway does Dozell have, Mike? You've got the mastermind in Tunn calling the plays. Dozell, mastermind as far as the master at throwing the touchdown passes.
So right, wide loop, 50 double post, wide curl.
How many plays does Tunn call?
He pretty much calls them all, but Clint does have a lot of say-so with what goes on and what he sees on the field. Heck, he's out there doing it. He knows what will work and won't work, so he gives him that opportunity to call a play now and again.
Second down, big second down play. Dozell winding up, coming back the other way. Good defensive play by Shea Showers. Blackshear had to stop and actually wait for the football. Dozell is down on his back again. A penalty flag joins him, and it's going to go against the Barnstormers, I believe. Was that a roughing the passer call?
Where the flag is, I think it is. If Clint was on the ground, I guarantee you.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback, number 99 defense, 8-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Mike, I'm not going to say that they're trying to hurt Clint Dozell, but this is their game plan, to hit him and make him know that they're there. You got to remember, Houston only has one true quarterback on their roster. The backup quarterback would be Robert Hall, who is their specialist. So I think they would rather take their chances with Robert Hall than Clint Dozell.
Art Hagee, the defensive coordinator for the Iowa Barnstormers. You know, if Vavao hit me, I'd know he was there, 305 pounds. Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Moulton had a lot of green in front of him, but he's dragged down by Dozell at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's exactly what I was waiting for. A little crack in Houston's offense, and they got it. What a nice play by the defensive end by getting his hands up. We're going to see the pressure come to the right side. He just gets his hands up and knocks it up in the air. Now, Clint's a big guy, so Catchings obviously has to be a big man, too, to get up there and knock that ball up.
Catchings, a 7-year man out of Cincinnati. Moulton, another Ohio guy out of Akron. And Garcia now has his team up 21-13. The ball at the 15. Spencer at the 10. Inside the 10. Dropped at about the 13. Or inside the 10 at about the 7, rather.
Well, so far, Houston hasn't been able to stop Iowa. They've got to figure out a way here to get that ball back.
16 catches, 184 yards. I mentioned, though, Chris Spencer, every time we do a broadcast, he comes up against Albany, against Orlando, and of course we already saw him score a touchdown, and defensively we saw him come around and swat the ball out of the hands of Robert Hall, so he's already having a big game for Iowa.
He is a big player for him, and they love to use Chris Spencer down by the goal line.
Fake to Spencer, a rollout. Here goes Garcia, 12 touchdowns rushing. He's driven into the board just shy of the 5. But again, the Barnstormers are threatening with 5:42 to go in the half.
Aaron runs a naked bootleg on that. And I tell you, this is how physical a quarterback he is. He takes on Mike Harrison, who is a big defensive end, and he ends up staying on his feet. Aaron Garcia, that is. The wall might have had a little bit to do with that, but he still stays on his feet.
Well, hindsight's 20/20 sitting up here.
Hey, motion, Spence!
ifs and buts for candy, and that's what all of a Merry Christmas. But if he'd given the ball to Spencer that time, he had a lot of green in front of him. Moten, the fullback. Former Akron Zip inside the red zone down to the 3.
Mike, Iowa runs the ball so well, especially down here in the red zone. What that's going to do now is open up their passing game. Those linebackers are going to try to be coming up to fill that hole to stop the run. And they're going to be able to dink the ball over to one of the receivers running a slant short in the end zone.
As far as rushing the football, 20 yards a game. Season high came against Portland. Moten, a former tailback in junior college out in Arizona. He's 235 pounds, shifted to fullback at Akron. Garcia, nice touch, nicer catch by Horacek. Mike Horacek out of Iowa State.
Mike, you can't ask for a better throw and a better catch than you got from Aaron Garcia and Kevin Swain. Rodney Blackshear is in perfect coverage. He's in front of the receiver. But Aaron throws the ball so nicely to the backside of the back corner of the end zone, and Horacek goes up with one hand and makes the catch.
That's the second one-handed stab we've seen here, one by each. But the bottom line, after Rush boots this one right down the middle, boy, he's getting into a groove right now. The bottom line is it's now Iowa opening up some breathing room. 3:50 to go before halftime. It's now Barnstormers 28, Houston 13. And his big signing bonus, and now he's back and ready to play in the NFL. High kick. Blackshear over his head. Uh-oh. What a big play that was for Houston that time. Larry Jones came out of nowhere and saved a fumble recovery for Iowa.
That is such a veteran play by Larry Jones, because he knows that you never know how the ball is going to bounce off the net. And he's watching the whole way to make sure that it's fielded, and when it's not, he breaks back to get in there and recover it.
And you see where the ball is, and Iowa with a 28-13 lead would have had it just outside the red zone. So Clint Dozell needs some instant offense. Earlier this year, he had 479 yards, 10 touchdowns, no interceptions against Milwaukee. Complete. Blackshear across the 15. So just like that, they pick up the first down, and they will move the chains.
They're going to get a first down there, Mike. Great execution, all that. But Clint Dozell was on the ground again, and that's only a 3-step drop. They cannot be hitting him on 3-step drops.
Robert Hall and Rodney Blackshear, both out of Texas Tech.
The reason I say that is what I mean is the line can't let the defensive ends get to him on 3-step drops.
So left wide zoom, 54 go. On, ready?
Clock is running, 2:50 to go in the first half. Houston needing a touchdown. Get back into this ball game. Dozell gives another souvenir to some of these Iowa fans. And Dozell has really felt the heat early on in this football game. A lot of smacking around.
Well, Mike, Iowa knows that if Clint Dozell is on, they're in trouble. They're going to score. Houston is going to score points. So they've got to get to him, pressure him, hit him. And that's what they've done so far, and they've kind of got the Houston offense out of sync.
And that interception he threw is number 18 on the year to go along with his 62 touchdown passes.
Run.
Second and long at the 16-yard line. Davis in motion. Dozell fires it downfield. Has his man. It's Davis. And Davis is around the 20, inside the 20-yard line.
Mike, that time they give Clint Dozell time. He has time to sit in there and let that route develop. Now, that's a crossing route, which takes time. He goes back 5 steps. He's got to be able to wait for that crossing route to clear the linebackers so that he can drop it in there. They gave him time.
50 wide post. They're way out. Be ready to dig it. Let's go raise left, wide loop, 50 wide post. Someone ready?
Raise left, wide loop, 50 wide post. Robert Hall is going to come around in motion right here. He's got a post. That's going to be his first read. If he doesn't have him open, he'll drop it off to one of the underneath receivers.
Dozell looking, and a great defensive play by Horacek. They were looking for Robert Hall down near the goal line. A penalty flag down on the field. Back at about the midfield stripe. Talk about some of the pressure. This could be another roughing the passer against the Barnstormers. If it is, it'll be their second. Let's listen in.
was ruled dead. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 77. 8-yard penalty, second down.
Well, that actually goes against Houston, Joe Carollo.
Mike, the funny thing is, if you know Joe Carollo, he is one of the most mild-mannered, big guys you'll ever meet. But I guarantee you what, he's going to get one of those penalties every game.
Oh, there it is right there. Oh.
Big Joe, I'll tell you, he's good for one every game.
And Joe's dad spending 12 years with the Rams and the National Football League.
Mike, you look at the 5 penalties. That's not indicative of the type of team they've been all year.
Well, Joe goes 6'1", 295 pounds. He once squatted 1,055 pounds at the University of Oklahoma.
Double post?
Yeah.
The regular double post.
Yeah.
That time he just lowered his head and lowered the boom. But he was caught, so that pushes the ball back inside Houston territory, just shy of the midfield stripe.
He's way off. Cut it flat like a dig, okay? Left, wide loop, 50, double dig. Oh, come here. Timeout.
Oh, the miking of the quarterback gives us so much more.
Let's see what Steve has to say to him about this one. I
On a
think
double post? I know.
You want to go corner? If he falls off, I'll hit the stack.
You're that, right? We can come back just to Y zoom and stack those guys over there. You know how they just zoned it up.
They did that time. We don't know they're going to do it every time.
Well, he can beat Horacek on an out.
Let's run stacked and out.
Okay.
But I think it's not supposed to be there.
Let's just go straight double post. I think it'll be there.
It's left, wide,
Clint.
50 no post.
Clint, if they're in man, just be ready to throw it on his break. Let him go get it.
the communication between the head coach and his quarterback. Like you were asking before, when does Clint Gozell get to call his own plays? You see that he has a lot to do with play calling as it is.
Left, wide loop, 50 double post. On, ready?
Left wide loop, 50 double post. Robert Hall's coming into motion again right here. And he's going to run a post down the middle. You're also going to have a post by the inside guy. And the outside guy's going to run a go route.
Goes out from the 18. It's complete. The ball was deflected, but Robert Hall still brings it down at about the 11.
That was just super concentration by Robert Hall because the ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Clint has him open. You heard earlier he said if he had a man was on top, he's going to cut it flat. So actually that wasn't a post route as much as it was an in route. But that's all based on how the defensive back's playing him. If he would have been playing him tight, he would have taken him to the corner of the end zone.
As all good receivers will, too. He had to come back for the football a little bit that time. Dozell looking. Good defense again. Boy, these defensive backs for Iowa, they are all over the place. That time, Shea Showers preventing the touchdown. The intended receiver, Terrence Davis.
Well, that's great coverage by Shea Showers. And, of course, Terrence Davis is looking for a flag. He says he's all over him. But Shea Showers was just playing good defensive technique right there.
Terrence Davis, the last time these guys met, he only had 4 catches, but 3 touchdowns.
Wing zoom, 93, wing post, Z slant. I'm ready.
They've got a 93 wing post Z slant. What that means is Terrence Davis is running a short post right there. Rodney Blackshear's going to run a slant underneath. He's looking for Blackshear.
Now the number 66% on 4th down. That's why touchdown, Terrence Davis. Number 20, or actually number 20, yes, number 20 on the season for Terrence Davis. That's right, Robert Hall at the first. And let's take another look at Terrence Davis pulling in number 20.
Terrence Davis is so quick out of his route, and you saw right there when he makes his cut, that's when he gets the separations between Shea Showers and himself. Clint has to be right on top of that, and he is. He sees it and gets the ball there right on time.
So Terrence Davis, actually that's his 20th touchdown reception. He has one running, so it's the 21st touchdown of the season. Skinner puts it right down the middle, almost over the net. 20 seconds to go in the first half. We're going to take a timeout. Clint Dozell strikes again. 28-19 now, Iowa. Again for Houston, Leonard Conley back to receive. Boy, both kickers with strong legs. This one goes over the net and into the crowd. Boy, Skinner got all of that one and then some.
He does have a strong leg, and he's a lot like Clay Rush. It's a first year in the league, so they're just getting acclimated to these narrow goalposts. But he's really come a long way since the beginning. He struggled a little bit, but he's got a great leg, like you said, and he's really, really pretty accurate.
Out of the Citadel. It's been all 4 years as their kicker.
What's the hot?
Outside Charleston, South Carolina. So here comes Garcia with 20 seconds to work. No time elapsed on the kick.
Go! Set!
Straight drop back. Looks right, comes back on the left side. It's Horacek.
Mike Horacek catches that right in our sight line right there. And the impressive thing about that was how Aaron Garcia is getting rid of the ball on time. Horacek wasn't even out of his route, but Aaron threw the ball, and it was right there. Look at the quarterback comparison. Obviously, Garcia's numbers right now are a little bit better when you look at the completion rate. But the big one that's killing him right now is Clint's interception. They've got to get that back somehow.
And both with 3 touchdown strikes already here in the first half. Garcia penalty flag down at the line of scrimmage. It's complete to Swain. Swain is, he's driven out. Petrie drives him out, and Petrie draws the flag, so 2 penalty flags down. Now Proctor's getting in Petrie's face.
Well, you know what?
I'm not sure what the penalty flag on Stan Petrie, unless he said something.
No, he pushed him into the wall. They're going to call personal foul, but
isn't that part of the game?
That's what I'm saying. It appeared to me that Kevin Swain was still in bounds when he pushed him. This is football. The walls are there. If you know,
I'd rather be pushed in the wall than hit into the wall.
Yeah, I mean, he could have done worse by trying to drive him over the board like you'd see sometimes, but that was just a simple push. These walls are padded. These are arena football players. They're tough, Mike.
They are tough indeed.
Let them play. That's easy for me to say. I'm sitting up there.
Well, you're getting rambunctious. Mike Holt voicing his displeasure.
We have multiple fouls on the play. We have offsides on the defense. That penalty is going to be refused. After the play was over with, we have a personal foul on the defense. We'll go 8 yards from the end of the run. First down.
All right, you be the judge at home.
Exactly. What do you think? He's in bounds by 3 yards, 2 yards. That's it. Well, I think it was yeah. Okay, we didn't see that. We apologize, Mr. Official.
Our vantage point here in the barn.
It's that easy little shove that didn't do anything to him that got him, but I tell you what, that's the one that counted.
So Mike said we didn't see that. Our vantage point, we can't see that sitting here. It happened right underneath us, underneath the broadcast booth, but they push it inside the 10 now after the penalty.
We're right on top of play right here. This is a great venue for football. Just everybody's packed in here tight.
And there's 10 seconds to go. So it's going to be interesting to see. There you see our vantage point. We're hanging right over the crowd. It's like sitting in the loge or the mezzanine in a baseball stadium.
Nothing.
And Iowa's going to take a timeout as they get inside the 10-yard line. They want to talk it over now. John Gregory with a chance to put some more points on the board.
This is an important drive for both teams, obviously, but Houston needs to stop here because they're going to get the ball first in the second half. So if they can stop them here, they have a chance to get back on serve, if you will. But if Iowa scores, they're going to be playing catch-up again all night long.
Well, Sunday on ESPN at 1 o'clock, a live exclusive coverage of the Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony from Cooperstown. First ballot inductees George Brett, Rockin' and Robin Yount, and Nolan Ryan will add their plaques to the Immortals in upstate New York. And that's coming up, the Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremonies this Sunday starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Only on ESPN. For more information, log on to ESPN.com, a part of the Go Network, go.com. It's been a good one here from the barn in Des Moines, Iowa. And Garcia comes in at 9-3.
I still got that.
Arizona already at 10-2, so Iowa game. John Gregory hoping to win their 10th. They would go to 10-3. And for Iowa, what's left for them? Well, they have Houston here tonight, of course, and they have an open date. Then they're home against Grand Rapids. So it's going to be an interesting finish here in 1999. And Clay Rush gets the second half underway again. Wow, right on top of the bar. Luckily, it takes a good bounce, and Ben Bronson just bats that one out of bounds. But a penalty flag. Bronson had plenty of time to pull that one in and try to run upfield. But after it hit so high on the bar that you can hardly blame Bronson for knocking it out of bounds, because he could obviously feel that Iowa kick cover team coming down on top of him.
Well, Mike, you're not allowed to fair catch a ball, and the reason they're calling a penalty is because he has to try to advance it out of the end zone.
Well, Iowa's calling for the safety. Carlos James running back towards his bench says, hey, that should be a safety. Again, the ball hit right on top of the net.
We have an illegal bat forward by the receivers. The bat took place on the half-yard line. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Now, the Iowa fans are saying, no, it did not happen on the half-yard line. It happened in the end zone, but you can have another look at it.
Well, he's got a nice vertical leap, but I don't...
Well, the Iowa fans have a legitimate complaint there because he did bat it in the end zone.
Left wing zoom freeze. 90
And Carlos James thought he had the safety, but right now, Dozell and company trailing 31-20 will start, and that football is just barely over the goal line. Davis in motion. A lot of pressure. Dozell, penalty flag down early, and it's complete to Bronson up near the 10. He's close to the first down marker. If that penalty goes against Iowa, it will, or it should be a first down for Houston, but let's see where the penalty flag goes.
Well, Clint Dozell's limping right now. They can't afford for that to happen, but he is a tough cookie, and I know he's going to get back in there, but still, they're still hitting him on these short routes.
Well, that's the second time we've shown Houston. We saw him play in Phoenix against Arizona, and he was limping in that game as well.
Fouls on the play. Multiple fouls on the play. We had encroachment of the second neutral zone, number 42, defense. That penalty is ignored. We have personal foul, roughing the quarterback, number 82, defense. That penalty would be marked off 8 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Well, those penalties give Houston a lot of room to work now, and they're real dangerous when they have a lot of room. That's a close call there.
Close call.
That could go either way, but I think because they called it because he came up top with his helmet and hit him in the head.
So Dozell, he'll have a few bumps and bruises, but again, he's a warrior. 14-17 to go. Third quarter. It's complete. Davis is up across the midfield stripe, close to another first down. So Dozell goes down. And he's bumped in the face, but he bounces right back up and completes the pass to Davis.
Let's go right wide zoom, 50 wide corner. I'm ready. Get him, baby.
Right Y zoom, 50 Y corner. Robert Hall is going to go in zoom motion, which means he's coming up and down. He's going to fake a post and go to the corner. Clint's looking for him if they're in man coverage.
Plenty of time. And again, that's the third ball that winds in the crowd, looking for Bronson inside the 20. But again, another souvenir.
Well, the reason Clint comes off and tries to hit Ben Bronson is because Fisher plays nice coverage. Now, they're in man, and that's what they were looking for. But he is so tight on Robert Hall that Clint comes off to the underneath guy, hoping to get, just that extra 4 or 5 yards. Instead of trying to force a ball, it might end up in an interception.
Well, in the series, Iowa leading at 3-2. Their first meeting back in 1997. Iowa swept the series last year. The series went to Houston. Houston trying to prevent a sweep here in 1999. Dozell on third down, third and short. It's Hall. Touchdown. Wow, great execution. Third and about 1.5 yards, and they go up top for the score.
They run what they call a hitch and go, where Robert Hall comes down, and at about 5 to 7 yards, he fakes like he's going to run the stop. And because they only have 3rd and 2, Fisher thinks that that's what he's going to run, is the stop. But when he stutters at Fisher and goes by him, and Fisher was just lost, and Clint lays it up there. Nice, and Robert runs right in under it for the touchdown.
That's 27 now for Hall, his second touchdown reception of the night. And it narrows the gap at 31-26 with Justin Skinner trying to cut it to 4. And he will do it. so he drills it right through the uprights. 12:16 to go, quarter number 3. It's a 4-point ball game, and Clint Dozell, he's pumped, and he's down by 4. Leonard Conley. Again, high off the net, so the return man really had the work cut out for him. A lot of green for Conley. Conley over the midfield stripe. Conley still on his feet. He is going all the way. Leonard Conley.
Mike, that's an example right there of the Houston kick team not hustling down the field. There's a hole so wide open you could drive a Mack truck through it. On this small field, that's uncalled for. Look at that. There's nobody near him. That's just an example, like I said, of them not hustling down the field.
Dietrich Griffin had the shot. He was going for the football more than the tackle. So Leonard Conley takes it in. He goes the distance. The 3rd time he's done that in 1999. Clay Rush back on the field. And Clay Rush, no rush on that one. He put it right down the middle. 11:26 to go. And just like that, Leonard Conley, the former Miami Hurricane, makes it 38-27 Barnstormers over Houston. Block on this guy, and just opened up like the parting of the Red Sea. High kick out the net. This time, Ben Bronson will try to return the favor. Bronson, oh, he goes down. Bronson thought he had some running room, but that was immediately taken away by big number 78, Vernon Broughton. Boy, he got down there quickly for a guy 6'5", 295 pounds. He was moving. So now Steve Tunn facing a 38-27, 11-point deficit. Davis at the bottom of your screen. Hall at the top. Comes to Davis. On the short side. He's wrestled out of bounds by Carlos James. Some more smack being talked on the sideline.
Well, so far, the last drive and this drive, they've been throwing the ball short, trying to give Clint an opportunity to get the ball off and not get hit. But like I said, even on these 3-step drops, they're getting back. So, you know, they're going to have to really step it up when there's a 5-step protection here and hold those Iowa defensive linemen out.
That's a quick one. Bronson tries to cut it back inside, but read beautifully by the Barnstormers. And he cut it right back into the teeth of the defense. Making to stop Anthony Hutch for Iowa. Carlos James also there defensively for the Barnstormers.
Well, right now, everybody on Iowa's defense and offensive unit is playing hard.
92 stop. On one, ready?
Mike, they're running a 92 stop. They're going to go for the first down. It's just hitch routes by all 3 receivers. Now, if they get a press coverage where the corner comes up, they'll take him deep. But right now, we're looking for a short hitch route.
The motion man gives him trips on the bottom of your screen. It's complete to Hall. Good for the first down. And he's hit hard, but again, not before Hall picks up the first down.
Well, Carlos James comes up on this and just lays it to Robert Hall. But Robert Hall is a good receiver, and what he does nicely there was when he gets the ball in his hand, he tucks it away so that it's not there to be knocked out.
Even though they picked up the first down, Iowa doing a great job of converging on the ball carrier. 8 catches now for Robert Hall. Came in with 79 for the season. Dozell, straight drop, plenty of time, looking for Hall. Good coverage again. Fisher defensively for the Barnstormers, and Shea Showers down there on double coverage.
Well, Clint goes to Robert, but Robert, I guess, doesn't think the ball's coming to him because he wasn't even looking. And then we heard Clint ask what was going on there. Ben Bronson broke across on the middle on a dig route, which is an in route. And Robert saw that and saw that he might be open. I guess just let up a little bit, but Clint went to him.
Yeah, good point. There's no doubt Robert Hall didn't even turn around, and he did let up on his route. Twins at the top of your screen now. Second down for the Thunderbirds. 8.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. James saw a lot of green. He'd like another shot at that one. Carlos James, he went up for it. But again, the ball goes behind the Iowa bench. Another souvenir.
Mike, we're going to take another look at Clint Dozell getting drilled. Now, see, if he has a little bit more time there, Robert Hall actually runs a nice route and is open, but Clint feels the pressure and has to get rid of the ball and basically throw it away because his receiver wasn't open on the sidelines either.
44% on third down situations.